Hello, Brenda. No, Brenda, I'm watching the football game. It's football Saturday. So, Brenda, are you getting going out and flying? Brenda, I'm not a fan of either one of those teams, but I do like to watch football and see what everybody does. Kansas City is ahead 6-3. Looks like they both have met their match in the red zone. Oh, good for you, Brenda. So Dusty's gonna let you fly it, so you're gonna go out and see it, huh? All right. Yes. There's nothing wrong with the Mini 2 or the Mini 3. Any of the mini series is a good starter drone. And I'm sure that he's going to throw in some extra batteries and stuff. And probably it's a fly more kit, I'm hoping. Oh, Mark,
Hi, Paul. Dominic, Dominic will be here in a bit. He said he had something to do before he came on.
I got a lot of editing to do tonight. I did, 1, 2, 3, 4, four ships today.
Yeah. After all that,
Yep.
the rain stopped, did it? Brenda, Brian.
Paul Monk,
Oh, Joe,
good.
Yeah.
Come on, man. We need an upset here.
yeah, I'm not rooting for Kansas City. Are you?
Oh, hell no. The quarterback needs to settle down. That man's wide open.
That was a pretty
If he
good
settles down, they're gonna beat Kansas. Kansas City could be beat today.
63-yard kickoff return, wasn't
He sure spun him around, didn't he?
Yeah, that's all right. That's all right. At the end of the first quarter, it's gonna be 3-0. That means that Kansas City's not doing anything either. Wow.
Well, did you not see the start of it? Hmm?
Whoa!
Can you not hear me? No, I'm not
It
hearing.
was six.
Anybody want a dog?
It's 6-3 now, Joe.
Okay, how was it? It's 6-3. That's a zero.
First
That
one
looked
to
up there.
score.
For some reason,
First
I thought
one
it
to
was
score.
zero.
The first one to score was Kansas City. Got three up. Three. No, the other. Anyway,
Kansas City scored a field goal on the fourth down of the first play.
Shoot, Paul sounded like Joe Biden just a minute ago.
what's that?
He sounded like Joe Biden a second ago. Got your words confused.
Hmm.
He said something yesterday. He had everybody laughing at him, and I wish somebody would have asked him the question. Asked him. He said something about the next drugs and all of this, and he was talking about Ozempic. He says Ozempic, and he goes, "It's a hard word to say, but it's a good drug." I would ask him, "What does it do?
That's it. He wouldn't know.
What is it for? What does it do?"
He was talking about Ozempic.
Yeah,
Yeah, fat inhibitor.
he probably had no idea what it was.
Hmm.
I was one of them reporters. I had a chance to ask him a question right now, even though I would help him out. I say, "Mr. President, what does Ozempic do? What's the drug used for?"
It makes you a fortune if you've got loads of it to sell.
Yeah.
And I've got 4 boxes in the fridge.
I don't have any. I used to.
Four boxes of 4 injections each.
Oh,
No, go.
I had to run to the bathroom real quick, Joe.
I want to know.
No, it wasn't that. It was just wee. And because I've been going in and out of the cold today. I did 4 ships, and every time I go out in the cold, it just triggers that.
Mm.
My body's trying to get rid of all the water it can.
I went to the grocery and got all the little few things I need just in case I need something. And I filled up with gas.
Mm.
And I got the most important thing. I got a box of wine.
Yeah.
And all of that, I forgot to get some proper tea. I was down, thought they didn't have any. Then I was at Walmart and I got coffee. I got my favorite coffee and chicory.
Oh, you got the
But I
chicken?
forgot to get the proper tea. I got this. I got this.
Oh,
Strawberry
cupcake.
cupcakes. Yeah, strawberry cupcakes. Hostess from the dollar store.
Them dogs will love them.
Oh, they won't let them get near it. I'll make sure they're asleep when I start eating them. And I set my flip back, so I'm good.
Sent your what?
My flip back, so I'm good.
What flip back?
Oh no, I didn't get a flip. That's right, I didn't get a flip.
Because I was gonna say, what are you wigging out there or what?
Yeah, I was gonna keep it, but it didn't have remote ID on it. Lance told me not to do it.
Lance told you not to do it?
Yeah, he said not to keep it because it
Why
doesn't have remote ID.
why do you need remote ID?
Well, I wouldn't. I'll be honest with, like I said before, remote ID. If I flew it to bring it out to do press work with, because if it had remote ID on it, it would be a Category 1 drone, meaning that you could fly over people without any authorization.
Yeah, but if you look at the rules, they changed them that you
No,
can fly over anybody as long as it's under the weight limit.
Yeah, well, it
gotta have
won't
remote
be.
ID.
You put a remote ID module on it, it won't be.
It will be over the weight limit. You got to have remote ID on it and be under the weight limit.
Well, there's quite some discussion on YouTube about remote ID, and you really don't need it.
Well,
Hey, Dominic.
Morning, all.
You
Good
don't need
evening.
it going to use it indoors. But as soon
indoors
as
you could use it any kind of drone over people. But if I'm outside at a parade route and I'm doing it at say the lakefront and I'm flying on the edges, if I decide I want to come back right over the band or something like this and fly directly over them, the only way I could do it is got to be sub 249 with a remote ID.
Yep.
Under port 107. Got to be all three. Because you could be port 107, under 249 grams, no remote ID, you are in violation.
So you got to get all three. You got to get all those ducks lined up.
Yeah, and you know the worst part about it? There's going to be a crackerjack out there, throw the Mardi Gras beat up there and knock it out of the sky anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, there probably is some cracker out there.
I guarantee you, if I flew one over there, over the people like that, somebody would try to knock it down with beads.
Yeah, some people.
I'd bet on it. I'd bet everything I got on it. I know somebody would do it. Wouldn't take long.
Mm.
Hey, Brenda. Hey, Brian.
Hi,
Who
Brenda.
else is there?
Brenda,
Brenda's looking-
Brian,
Brenda's looking at getting a
Dusty.
Mini 2, Joe.
Go for it.
Get a mini 4K.
Oh, same thing.
Yeah, but
Basically.
a little bit better camera.
Yeah.
Yeah, but being a novice, the camera on the Mini 2 will be just fine. She won't know the difference.
Yeah. That's what I learned with. Actually, I learned with the Mini 1. I went from Mini 1, Mini 2, and then Mavic 3.
I've still got a Mini 1.
Yeah, I've
still
got it
got a
around
Mini
here
1?
somewhere.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've
I've
got
got
it
a-
around here somewhere.
Mini 1, a Mini 3 Pro, and a
I
Mini 4 Pro.
have the Neo.
An Air
The mini
2,
Neo.
and an original Mavic Pro Platinum.
Oh, okay.
Hello, and a Neo.
That's Joe's favorite is the Neo. He don't let him kid you.
Yeah, right. I'll show you my favorite. This is my favorite right here. That's my favorite, though.
Well, that's the one you put on the roof of the
Oh, did I?
yeah.
Yeah, I did. I flew it today. I said I had to fly it because on Air Data it's got me listed as 666 flights. So I said I have got to go get another flight in quick. I don't care if it's starting it, taking it off, and landing it. I just got to get another flight on it. Right. So when I went about 3 different places. I didn't really know where I wanted to fly. I didn't want to really go out to the lakefront and all of that because of the wind. And I had to go to Sam's. Coming back from
Yes,
Sam's, I
Sam's
almost stopped. I found a little pond that I almost flew around. But they had a guy walking his dog by the edge of the pond. And I said, well, I don't want to go down there and watch the alligator get him. So I don't want to be there. So I figured they probably got a gator up in there and he's going to be stupid. So I left
just
there.
send it.
And then I came, as I was coming home, I said, you know what? They got a rehabilitation clinic across from Lakeview Hospital. And they got 2 duck ponds in there. So I pulled alongside and I flew all up in there. No ducks, but guess what happened?
What?
There must have been a dozen crows in the trees and every one of them making noise. But they never bothered to drone.
Yeah, that's a funny thing. When I was on the Mini 2, I'd have crows, I'd have magpies want to take it out. And then when I put the Mini Mavic 3 up, I put it up and they flew away quickly. They went, I'm out of here.
Yeah, the crows got me nervous. Well, I like moon pies. I like chocolate moon pies.
Magpies.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about moon pies. 'Cause I like
Magpie. It's a
strawberry
black and white
cupcakes, too.
bird.
I like
No, it's
strawberry
a-
cupcakes too.
Yeah, it's a large black and white bird, about
Yeah,
the same
I know,
size as
I know.
a crow.
Hey, I
and
know. I'm just
raven.
talking about like proper tea and stuff, you know.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But let me tell you, I get the goggles on, and I take off. And as soon as I take off, I see the crows flying above it and go in the trees. And I said, okay, I got to watch the edges of the water just in case. So I started flying it. As soon as I get over the water, a helicopter takes off from the hospital's helipad.
Mm,
Oh, come on! But I wasn't worried about him because I was 2 feet off the ground.
yeah.
You know, I saw him when he was leaving over the side of the hospital. There was a medevac going. I was looking to see if Ron was in it, but he wasn't. But I've been wanting to go fly at this little place because they're closed on weekends. It's the Lakeshore Regional Outpatient Rehabilitation Clinic. That's what it's called. And they got a little yeah, big name, huh? They got a walkway
Yeah.
that goes all the way around it, around the pond where they got the ducks and the geese. And I
Mhm.
went and flew all around the building and everything. That was pretty cool. They got a lot of trees you got to get in between. So I had to dodge a few trees.
You didn't
I
catch
came through
any-
one area and clipped a couple of branches to touch them.
You
But it
didn't
was a
catch
little bit thin branches. But I did it for a reason today. Because in 3 days, say Tuesday, I might be back over there doing it again. Because they should be frozen over. If we get any wind, all that pond's gonna have ice around, and those 2 water fountains in the middle should be frozen over. Or everything where the water's going is turning into ice. So I may
Mhm.
have it before and after, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's why I did it, because it's right down the street and I don't have to go that far in the cold and the rain and the snow or whatever. And I might be able to get that flight in there. I think it'd be cool.
Didn't you catch
And
any rock?
Can
What is
someone
that?
answer Unstar because I'm in Australia?
What you want? Let's see. Well, I'll look at it.
It says here, do you have to register it? Oh, okay.
No, you don't have to register a drone unless you fly at Port 107 if it's under 249 grams. You do not.
Yeah. Where it's a different scenario here. That's why I
Yeah.
won't answer it.
Yeah, because if you're flying, it's just recreational, and to fly it recreational, you have to take the trust exam, and you should keep a copy of the organizational rules you say you're going to follow, which is on the trust exam, with you. So if somebody comes up and asks you, say, "I follow these rules. This is my trust exam," and they should leave you alone. And I don't do it for anything else but for recreation.
Yeah. It's
So that sounds like
slightly
I could teach Lance, huh?
Yeah, it's slightly different. There's a slight difference over here.
Yeah. I'm gonna take Lance's job.
We have a similar thing called operator accreditation. It's the same thing as the trust.
Yeah.
And you actually get it, you can actually put it in your phone wallet as well.
And ours does it the other way around. You get an operator ID for £11 a year. That allows you to fly anything. Well, anything under 250 grams. If you want to
Yeah.
fly at 250 grams, you then need a flyer's ID as well, which is a 40-question multiple choice test that you do online that you
Yeah.
can take all the time in the world out about and actually look the answers up while you're doing it.
Yeah, ours is 18 questions. And if you go over 500 grams, you have to register plus pay a $40 levy, which I found out when I got the Mavic, Mavic 3. You got to cough up $40. That's from 500 to 2 kilos. Then after that, you've got to cough up more, which I found out, which I've already done. And then I've got to cough up more to go higher.
The operator ID is £11 a year at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
The flyer's ID is free for 5 years. Then you have to take the test again.
Yeah, ours is every 3 because I've just completed 3 years and had to do it again.
Yeah, Dominic, I came on and told Paul, I said, well, I've sent my Neo amount, my flip back because I didn't need it. You know, that's right, I didn't get a flip.
Yeah, he was teasing me.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to bother getting a flip. I mean,
No. As I said, if I'm going again, it's a Mavic 4 Pro.
So
That's
you've
what
been
you're
paying
gonna
about, you've been paying about $10,000 for that.
No, that's the Matrice 4. is at that price. And Trees 4 is about 12 and a half. And that gives you, and that's the fly more and everything.
But you paid 3.5, didn't you, for the what's it? For the class?
Just over 3.
Yeah.
Just over 3 for the Mavic 3.
Well, the Mini 4 Pro is going to be more expensive than the Mavic Classic. the Mavic 4 Pro is going to be more expensive than the Mavic 3 Classic.
Yeah, it's slated
It's going to be about
to be around the 5 mark. Because it's going to actually probably 6, because it's going to be about the same price as the Cine Flymore.
yeah, the Cine had what's it?
That's got the internal storage.
1 terabyte SSD drive in it.
Yeah. Hello, Don.
Hello, Donald.
No,
He's still at work yet.
Yeah, it takes women
Saturday,
that amount of time to get ready.
just going to say, Saturday, it doesn't work Saturday.
Mm.
I wish you would stop having so many advertisement breaks in America. It gives these idiots that talk about the game
Mm.
chance to talk about it for too long.
well, they got to make their money.
It's all
Yeah.
about the money.
The last thing about it is that Sky is a British company, but 3 of the people on the presenter is English. The other 3
Mhm.
guests are all American.
Hello, Lloyd.
One
Hello,
ex-
hello.
Lloyd, hey, Lloyd.
Lloyd.
Hey Lloyd,
How you doing, Mark? Is that Mark that said that?
yeah,
Yep, it is, Mark.
I don't have the screen blown up to full size yet. Let me bring it up. There we go.
they've got a defender, they've got a skinny little guy who must have been a running back or something, a woman.
Yeah, they always have to have them on there.
Yeah. And they can't, if you tie their hands behind the back, they won't be able to talk.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
What I mean is that they can't talk without moving their hands all over the place.
Wah, wah, wah. What?
Oh, you
That sound like Laura. Shut up, Joe.
is my mic working?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Oh, what I didn't like about that.
Oh, let me bring up the chat so I can see what everybody's saying. Oh, what am I doing that for? Dummy. There.
Oh. In the very, very first couple of frames, you can see the crow fly across the top.
Hmm.
Yeah, I didn't realize that.
They just managed to tackle Kelsey on about the 5 yard line then.
Good.
Sorry, I haven't been on anymore this week, but I have been exhausted, Paul. I just was,
I know that feeling.
man, I didn't do anything this week. I figured with all the shows I did last week, plus my regular shows, like doing Art's show and Bill's show and this, I did 17 shows last week.
Jesus.
So I had to take a break. I was a little wore out. And,
Yeah,
but,
I can understand that.
so
Well, other than Paul's show, the only one I go on is Uncle Bill. Oh,
I
unless
do. Uncle Bill.
occasionally David.
Yeah, David, Uncle Bill, Art, and this one. Of
Well,
I
You do
the trouble
Wedge
is,
and,
yeah, and Wedge and Big, but the trouble is, I
and
enjoy Rodney Bell, but he's on too late at the moment. I've got to wait. I've got to wait for
hello,
the.
Brenda. Yeah, I missed being on here, Brenda.
I've got to wait for daylight saving to finish so I can go back on that. That's done.
Good Lord, did you possibly see that one I put out with Johnny?
I think
Yes,
they've
I
only,
did. I saw it where, and
yeah, there it is. Touchdown.
well, I saw the one I think Johnny put out where you're walking away and you're like,
Yeah.
yeah, that one.
Well, that was the second crash.
Hey, the question I have, Joe, is that one where you were walking away, did you fart or something because you were a fan in your butt? What was
And I was
that?
telling him to shut up. That's what I was telling him, being nice.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
looked like you
Yeah.
had a little bit of gas going.
He was hollering, "Where you going,
That-
Joe? Where you going?" Yeah.
So I missed the first one then, I guess.
Well, the first one, when I was on that morning, I said, I'm going to fly out with Johnny. I
Right.
said, they got a lot of little picnic tables with pavilions like. I
Right.
said, and I'm going to go through one of them today. And after I get out of it, I'm going to do a power loop. Because I'm just hoping that it doesn't hit it. It hit it. It landed right on top.
Oh
And
man.
it does make sense. It doesn't make sense. I was 10 to 12 feet outside before I started the loop. But come back to that same spot, it was enough that it actually hit right in the middle of it. So you got to get
Really?
about 25 feet out to make sure, right?
Oh wow.
And it hit, and when it hit, Johnny says, "What did you crash?" I said, "Yeah, you heard it." And he said, "Where is it?" I said, "On the roof," like that. So he goes walking, he goes trotting out there to see it, see if it's on the grass. And I'll reach over, get my Mavic 3, and I put my Mavic 3 up in the air. And then I'm walking with the Mavic 3 following me out to it to
Right.
get me doing the walk of shame. And I
Yeah,
show where it's at.
yeah.
And then the best part is Johnny says, it's right there on the edge. I could jump up and get it. So you got this old white man trying to jump, and old white man can't jump. And we're looking right down at it.
Yeah.
It was funny.
Well, yeah, and on top of that, Johnny is not that tall.
Yeah, he's like my
He-
size.
Oh, how tall are you? I thought
I'm
well,
about as tall as Johnny.
About
God.
5'6".
Johnny might even be about an inch taller than me.
what is he, about 5'5" or so?
I think he's like 5'6". I'm like 5'5.5" or something like that.
Okay, yeah.
And the worst part, I used to be 5'7".
Well, I used to be, when I was in the service, I was 5'10". I'm lucky to be pushing 5'8" right now. And
Yeah, but he
all my
but he
grandkids are
jumps
taller
3
than me
times.
now.
He jumps 3 times while they're pushing it on top of the thing further. So then he grabbed the bucket that we had a trash can right there. And he pulled it out and climbed up there and reached up there and got it. But I put on there, I said, and he said, "There's some redneck stuff going on here, huh?" So I put that in there.
Yeah. Well, I saw the walk of shame and I didn't get, for whatever reason, I didn't get back to watch the rest of it. But I saw that part. And I was just cracking up laughing. I knew you were flying with him that day. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, if you're wondering about the sound effects, I got a new toy to go with my montage of stuff, and I got the Stream Deck Plus. I have a Stream Deck XL that has like 36 keys on it, I think. And I use it for certain things, but the Stream Deck, and I've been messing with it. I got it in Thursday, I think. And I've been messing with it ever since, trying to get it to work. And I finally today got everything working pretty close, you know. So I've got, unlike somebody else, I don't have, 200 different sound effects. I mean, I could,
Right.
but
Not like a little guy.
yeah, like the little guy we all, care so deeply about. But anyways, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Here you go, Lloyd. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you that part. Now I'm coming around now to do the power loop. I'm gonna go through the power loop right here. Goes right around,
right. And boom.
and there's the walk of shame. Johnny out there laughing at me
Yeah.
like that. So I did this, and he's up there trying to reach up there and get it like he thinks he could do it, you know. And he's got us standing next to each other, and there it is, right on the edge.
Yeah.
Right. And then here comes the best part. Johnny trying to jump up there and get it. Like that. Watch this one. He finally gave up and pulled the thing out.
I was to say, y'all might need to start carrying a stepladder with you.
Mm.
He said, and then he reached up and got it, and got it on.
Did it
Or,
hurt it?
or go flying with someone taller.
Nothing wrong with it.
Nothing wrong with it. Is that which
I'm
Avata was
the
that?
same-
The 2 or the
I'm
1?
the same height as you, Joe, then.
Yeah, Avata too.
Avata 2. Okay.
Yeah.
It's pretty tough too. I mean, the Vata 1 was built like a tank.
It
Yeah.
started off as a Neo, but they left it up on that roof that long it grew.
Only thing that happened, I knocked the ND filter off.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
And Johnny says, "Where's it at?" I said, "Let me look." And I took I still had the Mavic 3 in the hand. I got down on the roof and looked, and it was sitting on top of the roof. And I just got a little bit lower. And he says, "You gonna land it on there?" I said, "I hope not, but it'll take off." And when it was telling me, "Do I want to land?" That's what it kept asking me.
Right.
And I was just bringing it down a little lower, and all of a sudden that thing flew off the roof
So you just
out into
use
the grass. I just went over and picked it up, and I had my ND filter back.
There you go.
And there was nothing wrong with anything. Snapped it back on and flew again.
Oh, good. Yeah, I knew you'd crashed something. I remember seeing that you've been flying the Avata too, and I was like, huh. And I missed that first part though. So,
But I crashed. That was the first crash I had. The
right.
second crash was the other walk of shame I had, and that was the Neo on the first flight of the Neo. He was joking. He said, "Well, good thing you don't have the Neo out here with this wind." I said, "Y'all got it. I'm gonna see what it does." And he fell out when I said that. I went and got it, and I had the RC2. So I'm looking at that, and as I go around that way out on the outside, as I'm coming back, I've seen it drift with the wind, and
Right.
it clips the back of it, clips the pole, and it goes down. I said,
Oh.
"You kidding me?" So I walked all the way there to get it and come all the way back. And then he's going live, and he's talking about me crashing twice, and all this. And then he says, "Come on, Joe, come fly through this bench over here with that thing." They got this bench on the ground. So I
Right.
get over there, go to fly through the bench. It looks like I'm low enough, and I went face planting into the bench. And I said, "Johnny, shut up. Don't ask me to do anything anymore."
I
Like
think
that.
I caught part of the live when it popped.
Yeah.
I don't know, they were all popping up at the same time, and I can't remember what I was doing. But I was probably rolling over from one nap to the next, I was just,
Right.
I go to sleep, I get to hurting on one side, and I wake up long enough, and okay, I'll roll over onto the other side, and that's probably what I was doing. But I thought I was going to get my fiber optic yesterday
Hmm.
because he was
Yeah.
trying hard. He was trying hard because they installed my son's the day before, and I live right next door. So he was trying to get it rescheduled, but it didn't happen. So that's on him because he's going to freeze his butt off come Monday when he
Yeah.
installs it. So
Yeah, that's the way it works.
because it is colder than a well digger's butt in the Klondike right now, and getting colder by the minute.
But I told Johnny, I said, quit telling me what to do like that. And I went over and I said, I'll fly through there. Hold on. Went back and put the goggles on and put it with the motion control 3. And then flew it around and came back and flew the Neo underneath that thing. So I got it to go under it. Then I said, now I'll fly to Avata 2 like I'm supposed to fly it. And I've got a good video of that one. I had that sucker wide open. Going all through those things.
Right,
And I mean,
right,
I was going through in and out of gaps, everything. And then I came out, I did a 180 slide coming out of that same one that I crashed in. Then I
right.
came around and the music changes. It's got like a heartbeat in it, right? And it slows down, you get this a heartbeat. And I said, that's my heart beating fast because I'm eyeing up another power loop
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that. And I came out of that same thing, went up about 20 feet, did the power loop perfect. You know?
I haven't
And
tried
that's
the
it.
power loop yet, and
Mhm.
before I go out to, I'm going to have to make sure all of my stuff is updated before I head out to
Yeah, make
Florida.
sure you're 10 feet at least off the ground. It says you can do it. You can do it at 5.8. That's when it'll allow you to do it.
Right, right,
But always remember, whatever when you whatever you're squeezing, the throttle you're giving it, don't change it.
right.
Let it come out the power loop before you do anything else. Because if
Yeah.
you change it anywhere in that power loop, you extend in that power loop.
Yeah,
Well,
angular velocity.
I did the flip because I used to, and I did the same thing except I was fortunately I was on the grass, but I had to do the walk of shame. Uh, I got a little too close to the ground. I just kept doing one flip after the other. Well, that last one, I just buried it right into the dirt, or
You're
into the
probably
grass.
moving your wrist.
Yeah, I was because
Mhm.
and yeah, it's like, oh well, I learned so. But I haven't flown it since they came out with the power loop or the uh what else they came out with. Was it just the power loop or something else they added to it? I think they added another move. I can't remember. But I was
Yep.
able to do the rolls and I did the flip, but I hadn't done the power loop yet. So uh
That was a good catch just now. The guy caught it. The guy landed on top of the cup. He said he dropped it, all this, but he was on top of the guy, and the guy had the ball pinned against him. And guess what? Didn't drop
Yeah, it was that.
Yeah, and it was two guys on top of him.
it. Yeah.
Well, that was 2 plays ago.
You're about to play ahead of us. We're gonna mute you.
didn't you guys have the same conversation last week?
Yes.
That's
How
why
is
Paul won't
it
give me a host because
Yeah.
I'll boot him.
how is it that Mark is all the way over there and you guys are inside the states where it's being played and yet he's ahead of you? How does that work?
No.
Quantum physics.
Do what?
Quantum physics.
Yeah.
No, wait till Monday. We're gonna have it 5 minutes before you.
I will not be watching that on Monday.
No, why?
Why the
Oh,
bleeding?
Brian.
I have no interest in it. I don't even watch our politics. Never mind yours.
Yeah, I don't watch
Oh.
yours either. Come on. Get a score. You can do it.
Yeah, I forgot Monday is
Yep.
is inauguration. I forgot all about that.
Yeah.
And then Tuesday's the national.
Okay.
Oh boy, is that home cooking. The guy takes off to the side, gets wide open, running down the field. He's up the field about 3 yards, and then they throw a flag for holding to bring it back. They're putting him in the field goal range. That's all they're doing. It's home cooking now. I can't stand when I see an official do that. I see an official on the sideline. The guy's halfway, like 10, 15 yards up the field, then he throws a flag.
Ah,
You know that's not that call shouldn't have been there.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm editing right now, and I'm looking at that, and I'm like forgetting what I'm doing with the editing.
Well, the next tackle's a doozy.
Pack it in.
Yep, nicely done.
Got this box that this Stream Deck Plus came in,
Mm-hmm.
and on the side of it, I just saw this. I've seen it on a couple other boxes, but it says I want to be a pizza box. Recycle me.
Yeah, I like that's
Nice.
funny.
Okay. At least they got a sense of humor about it.
Yeah.
Joe went and did some shopping today too, didn't you, Joe?
Pizza shopping?
Yeah.
That was
Well,
yesterday.
we're only just in that.
Yeah, I was sitting there. I was sitting there in the third period of the basketball game with my phone out right at the end of it, and I'm typing in the stuff. And one of the girls on the bench said, "Who you calling, Mr. Joe?" I said, "I'm ordering my pizza. Shut up." They looked at me and said, "I'm ordering pizza. Y'all about to end this game?" Because I want to go pick it up. I don't want to wait.
Yeah.
And I did. I ordered it, went and picked it up, and went home. The official was right there too. He was laughing. He said, "What do we go to overtime?" I said, "They're up by 30 points. You think they're going to overtime?" He said, "We can make it go to overtime. No, you won't." I told him, I said, "You don't want to be here as much as I don't want to be here." And then one of them, he comes every once in a while. I don't see him that much. And I'm sitting there
Right.
in between the first and second period, and he's dribbling the ball. He comes dribbling the ball over, and he passes it to me on a one bounce pass. And I'm
Right.
sitting there, and I'm sitting there like this, with my camera like this, and he passes. As he passes it, I seen him coming, and as he passes it, he was going to hit next to me with it. Right? I reached over and I hit it with my hand and caught it, and I flipped it back to him. Said, "You thought I was sleeping or what?" He said, "I was making sure you were paying attention." I said, "You know I pay attention here." He said, "Yeah, you got to pay attention. You're too close." And I had one of the girls last night slap the ball down, almost hit me with it. And then that little girl, I didn't tell you that. That
Right.
little girl, Ava, the one I took that picture of the other day.
Mhm.
She
Right.
got knocked down going up for a layup and slid all the way into my legs. I
Whoops.
I couldn't move my foot without it would hurt her, and my foot's in
Right.
front of the metal part, so she's gonna hit my leg and not hit that. I just put my hand down, and as she rolled into me, I had my hand on her back like that, and
Right.
stopped her. She turned around, she smiled, kicked off the wall, and jumped straight up. Now, how in the
Well-
hell you kick off the wall and jump straight up? I don't
Well,
think I was ever in that kind of shape.
I was going to say, yeah, some people are just more Some
Flexible.
people are just in better shape than others. I don't think I was either. That
I
was
was
like
in
my
good
son.
shape in the Marine Corps, but I couldn't kick off a wall like that.
Yeah, right. That's what my son and I were talking about today. We were sitting, he needed to go. We both needed to get some groceries before the weather got too cold and we were both hungry. So we went over to the barbecue joint and got us a hot link dinner. And was sitting there and was talking about all of our aches and pains, and he's, and he was, I said, yeah, we're talking about getting comfortable. When you get older, it's hard to get comfortable on bed. I don't care how good your mattress is. So it's like I was telling him, I said, I got my left shoulder that probably needs surgery, but after having the right one done, I don't want it touched. And then I've got my right hip, which I know needs surgery, but there again, I don't want to. And I said, my right hip hurts because when I was young, dumb, and how the saying goes, I thought a great way to meet girls was to ride bulls in a rodeo.
Did it work?
That is not a good way to meet girls.
Unless they're nurses.
Well, unless
Yeah.
they're nurses, yeah.
A good point there.
That there is that point, yeah. But I've paid for that for 50 years now. That hip's been bothering me. But instead of going to part of the problem was I was still in the Air Force and I didn't have permission to be riding bulls. You have to you belong to them and you got to get permission for some of that extracurricular stuff. And I didn't do it. I just went out and started working, jackpot rodeos or whatever I could find locally down there in Tucson. And when I hurt my hip, I wasn't about to go to the hospital and say, hey, man, I just screwed up my hip. So I just limped around for a while. And I went in and I still had some pain pills from some dental work I had. So I popped one of those and then went out drinking and dancing that night. The pain subsided enough that I could dance, but after that, I always danced with a bit of a limp on that right side. And as I've gotten older, it's just gotten worse. It's like, now I'm thinking, what was I thinking? The stupid stuff I did when I was a kid.
Yeah,
You
we
know,
all-
with a bigger limp.
Yeah, you're right, Brenda. Shoulders are rough, man. That's why I haven't had my left one operated on because, although my right one, I mean, I couldn't do this, before I had it, but now, but, the physical therapy I thought was going to kill me.
Mm.
So, Paul, how you been doing?
Well, hanging in.
So you got the flip. How do you like it? I did see. I think I saw the video where the first flight in the house.
Well, no, I walked through the house with it and then I flew it out in the yard.
Okay, that's what it was. Yeah, yeah. I just remembered the name of it. So, yeah.
It's pretty impressive. What you got to remember is my good buddy Captain Joe wants one so bad, but he doesn't want to admit it. So.
That's it right there.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, okay. I sent mine back today though.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I am so mad. I am so mad. I usually get the stuff from the lab in Maryland. It usually gets here in about 3 days. Because it's sent priority mail. Okay?
Right.
Let me see. It was sent on the 14th.
Sure.
Now it went from Baltimore to Washington to Dallas. Now it's in New Orleans. It was supposed to be delivered on Friday, but now it's delivered today, but it's still in New Orleans. So it's not going to get here till Monday. And if the weather flips, I'm not going to see it till Wednesday or Thursday.
It went to Dallas.
Yeah, it went to Dallas.
Why the hell would it go to Dallas?
It's never going to Dallas. It's never going to Washington. It usually leaves Maryland, comes straight to New Orleans.
Well, yeah. That sounds like one of those plane trips they had me as it is, I'm still gonna be in Charlotte. I'm gonna fly from Tulsa over to Charlotte and then down to South Florida. And on the way back, I leave South Florida and I go to Tennessee. And then
Yeah.
can't remember if I got another layover. I don't think I only got the one layover. So
Then I got a call from the Master Guns yesterday saying that one of his cadets last year didn't get his headshots. I said, which one? And he gave me the name. And I went, hold on a minute. I said, let me look for, I can't look for it now because I said, I remember him. I said, but I just got to make sure I didn't miss it, you know? He said, well, just let me know Monday. I said, okay. So I came home last night, threw it up there. He had 2 orders. And I remember something about it. He had 2 orders. And the second order, I got the name of who ordered it, right? And I got to find
Right.
out who's questioning it now because both orders were I think they were put, I can't remember if I put them in I wouldn't have put them in the same package, but I would
Right.
have had them together. He would have picked them up and I'd had the name of the second person on it.
right.
So you need to ask him. If I would have wanted just the package B, a couple of things, I'll reorder, send them direct, you know?
Right.
But if he's got the dog tag, he's got them all.
Right.
That's what I'm gonna ask. I'm gonna tell him. Ask him if he's got the dog tag. Then tell him what he do with the extra pictures. Extra pictures went to somebody else. But give me the address and I'll send them out. It's cheap, you know.
Right. Right.
It's not the point. For $3, I'd rather do that. But I guarantee
Yeah.
that happens to me all the time. That there'll be a divorce in there, and I'll give them, and they'll pick up both of them, and they won't give it to the other parent, or the kid will take them home, and have them. And a week later, they say we didn't get our pictures. Ask them. Oh, they're in my book bag. They don't
Yeah.
take them out. You know
Yeah.
that happens all the time.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I tell them when I hand them out, they take them. I say, give them to your mom. Give them to your mom. Give them to your mom. Give them to your mom.
Yep.
Don't even put them in your book bag. Carry them home to give them to your mom. I think I'm gonna do something next year. I really am thinking about it. I know how it's gonna be hard. Thinking about every one of them being lab direct.
Yeah.
But the only issue is they're gonna have to pay shipping. The first order they don't pay shipping on because I put the
Right.
whole thing together.
Yeah.
And they're not gonna like the fact that they're paying $8 shipping, you know?
Oh, if they want them, what's $8? They don't care.
Yeah.
I will have about 20% won't buy because of the $8.
I
Oh, yeah.
bet you're wrong.
No, I bet you I'm right on that because they
Because those kids want the pictures. The parents are
No.
paying the bill, not the kids.
the parents want the pictures more than the kids.
Well, if they're good parents, they're going to want they'll spend the $8. So
And in Mandeville, they got the $8. That's the worst part about it.
right. Right.
What I might wind up doing, I haven't raised my prices in about 5 years. I might just raise the prices like $7, $8,
Right. Right.
you know, and then that way, or I could do it this way. If they want, just they don't want they don't want the buttons or anything to go with it. I could order them through Sam's because Sam's
Yeah.
has the same equipment that it has the same lab area. It's out of Maryland. I bet you it's Nation's Photo. I bet you it's the same
Probably.
lab, and they don't charge me shipping.
Yeah.
On every order.
Did we lose? I guess we lost Mark.
Yep.
So it's just I would love see, but I like to get the money up front. That's why I do it the way I do it.
Right.
Whereas a lot of the photographers will go out there, do all the pictures, and give out envelopes, and then they order them from there. And that's when they put shipping on them.
Right.
But I've learned something a long time ago, man. The person that taught me this was Anthony Campo that owns Simple Goodness. Make that sale that day. Don't make them think about it.
Yeah.
They think about it, they won't buy it.
Right.
Or
Right.
they'll take when they remember, like I had somebody about a year later said, I forgot to order pictures last year. Are they still available? A year later.
Yeah. They're for a cost.
Well, they're on the website, but they'll pay me then and pay me the shipping. They don't care.
Yeah.
Just when do I want the money, you know? I like coming home after shooting the pictures and having a stack of money.
Oh, I was supposed to go in and taking a nap, and I didn't because I wanted one test out, see if my system was set up right, and I haven't had a nap all day. Like, oh man.
Ever used to take naps? I used to always, work on stuff or work
Yeah,
something in the
yeah.
future, get it all set up, and just go to bed at night and it was fine. I started
Right.
watching that grandbaby. Oh, Lord help me. I started taking naps.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, with me, taking care of Judy, her her days and nights were all, there were sometimes she was up 36 hours and I couldn't keep up with her, but she'd lay there in bed and I'd, she might need something and she'd wake me up and I'd go get whatever it was we needed or, to help her do whatever it was that needed doing. And, uh, being taking care of her all those years, I got sleep when I could get it. So I'm used to, you know, get it,
Get a
getting,
wink whenever you can, huh?
yeah, yeah. And I'm still doing that, I mean, we're coming up on, well, Monday will be her 76, would have been her 76th birthday, first birthday since she's passed. And, but I'm coming up on a year now that we were on it since she started going downhill rapidly before she passed. And I'm still waking up thinking, I woke up this morning thinking, man, I better get up and around it, or I better be quiet, when I get up, go turn up the heat so that Judy doesn't get cold when she wakes up. It's like, yeah, still just like, part of it is that one little dog, she sleeps on Judy's side of the bed under the covers, and I kind of half awake and I'm seeing the covers moving and think, oh, Judy's moving around. I better get up and get my coffee started before she needs me. And then it's like, oh, wait a minute. Yeah. just habits,
Yep. I gotta watch up if I wake up in the middle of the night. I gotta look on the ground before I step out because Loki lays right there.
I
And
got to
I've
do
I've
that
got
too
out
because,
and stepped down on him, and he'll go. "Arr, arr, arr, arr."
yeah, oh yeah, that's the way that little girl is. She'll hog my side of the bed and I go to move her and she just, and she's in between the covers. She doesn't like to sleep
Yeah,
clear under and right next, but she likes to sleep in between the covers. And I go to move them. She doesn't know whether it's me or one of the other dogs tromping on her or moving her around. And she's got a little temper on her. She's like, knock it off, you idiot. That's me. But
well, see Loki. I put a platform bed in there a few years back before I
uh-huh.
got Loki because I used to reach down and pick him up and pull him into bed with me. But
Right,
Loki,
right.
when he came over one night, he was over a few nights back. He ran in and he could jump up on the bed and he'd run up, lick me, and lay down on the side. And if I rolled over in the middle of the night and touched him, he'd go rah, 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 and bite at me, right? And I said, "You're on
Yep.
my bed. Get out of here, Get off my bed if you're gonna growl at me,
Yeah.
you know."
We, we had a Pomeranian the same way, you know.
You see, mine are different. Now Loki's the same. If I reach over my foot right now, he's laying right here on the side. If I just
Uh-huh.
touch him with my foot, he'll growl at me, right? But you see the other ones, I could put Tina on the bed with me and use him as a pillow, and he'll just lay there. He don't care.
Yeah. We had a little female Pomeranian. She's about 3.5 pounds. And she was like that, you know. If she'd come up, she'd get up there and lick Judy, and give her kisses and want to be in bed next to her and sleep right next to her. But if Judy reached down to touch her, she come unglued.
Oh, that's Loki.
And never figured out why. But the last few months that little dog was alive, though, she started, well, probably about the last year she was alive. She finally mellowed out towards Judy, and suddenly, you know, she says, "Would you look at this?" And I looked over there, and she was holding her and petting on her, and the pup was just like, "Oh, look at, I'm happy." What in the
Yeah,
hell? Of
Loki.
course,
The one thing about Loki that gets to me is I'll go to pet him and he'll duck like somebody hits him. And I'll say, "Do I hit you?" Like that, and then he'll come closer to me. I said,
Yeah.
"Do I hit you?" But if he's because it's always like he's looking for whatever he's doing. He's looking for approval. That can I do this? Can I do this?
yeah,
Like I mean, that's the best way to say it because if I look at him when he's doing something, he stops and looks at me like, "Am I in trouble?" That's what it's like. And I
Yeah.
guarantee you that was my daughter drinking. She'd be out drinking or something. She'd be at the home drinking with a boyfriend or something like this. It was either a boyfriend hitting her or my daughter yelling at her or something, you know. And
Well,
if he did something, she might have slapped him or something like that.
well, the boy, he acts like, well, like today, and James was coming over every day when he was off work for 2.5 weeks. Well, he hadn't been over in a few days, and James come to the door and knocked on it, and I knew, I was real close to it, so I just went over there. That little boy, I mean, he sounds like when a stranger comes in, he sounds like somebody kicked him. He's just, just screaming. It's like, and it is ear piercing. Let me tell you, it's like, finally, I just like get in the bedroom and bark from under the bed. Just shut up, And now if James and I leave to go somewhere and then come back in, and James comes in with me, no problems. He just doesn't like. I can go out and come back in. He doesn't do that. Judy would do the same thing. She could go out, come back in, But with strangers or anybody comes to that door, he's like that. I don't know why he's like that, because he's never been. We got him when he was 8 weeks old, and he was like that when we got him.
Yeah, Cleo's jealous though. That's the black one.
Right?
Because I reached down and pet Loki just now. She's out of nowhere. Now she's rubbing on my leg, like give me some rubbing loving.
Right, right.
No. Go lay down. I gave you some rubbing loving. Go. Eat them more. There, go.
Well, Paul,
But
I'm
she'll
going to
come
bail
up to
real
me in the
quick. I
morning.
just want to drop in for a short time and say
Yeah.
hi, let you guys
Okay,
know I'm
Lloyd,
still
you out
alive.
of here?
Yeah, I'm going to go take a nap.
Yeah, take a
Okay,
nap before
Lloyd.
Bill's show.
Sounds like a great idea.
Yeah, if I wake up in time.
Well, he's on at what time Bill is?
8 p.m. Eastern,
Yeah,
A couple
8 p.m.
hours.
Eastern,
just 7 Central, 6.
Central. Yeah. 6 Mountain and 5 Pacific time for those who care.
Yep. And 12 p.m. for people in Australia and 11 in Brisbane.
Yeah.
That's for everybody. That
1
picks
a.m.
up.
1
That's
a.m.
sad
And
when you start
1
knowing.
a.m. 1
Yeah.
a.m. for our UK friends. So we've
Yeah.
got all the
Dominic.
time zones needed.
What's the time
Dominic,
zone
you
in
have too much
Adelaide? I
time
can't
on your
remember.
hands.
It'll be 11. It would be 11:30 for
11:30. Yeah.
Adelaide. Yeah.
Yeah. I was thinking it was 11:30. I hadn't done the math in my head yet. So
That's basically it's just shy of 2 hours for Uncle Bill.
Yeah,
For
yeah.
all time zones.
I got time to catch me a nap real quick. So
Yep.
Have
a nap
anyways,
then. and
Okay,
enjoy.
Lloyd, take care. Thanks for coming in. We'll see you again in a couple next day or two, huh?
yeah, I'm
Mhm.
hoping to be on, maybe if I wake up early enough tomorrow, I may get on tomorrow morning. Otherwise, I'll try and get on tomorrow evening. So,
Okay.
all
All
right.
right, Lloyd, take care.
Later, everyone. I
Okay,
am.
see you
All right.
later, Lloyd.
Yeah, we'll see you later.
Later.
Eh,
Dominic, you know all those times. There's too much time on your hands.
Yeah, I know.
Mhm.
It's almost like it sounds like an addiction.
Mm.
My fingernails have been growing crazy lately.
Oh,
Another
okay.
day, this one right here, I touched something, ripped the whole thing off.
Ugh.
Just down to where it starts, not the whole nail. I
Oh,
just
okay.
completely took it off.
Mm.
I usually trim them and keep them short enough that it don't bother it. But for some reason, anytime I grab it, it'll just rip that whole nail off.
Texas is on the move.
Come on, Texas.
Yeah, I want them to be on the move. Oh, there you go. You get 8 yards to the pot, you win this game. You know what I would do? Stop. If I score a touchdown right now, I'd go for 2 points. Stop. You don't need anything. Go in your dish.
With Texas score a touchdown now, it puts them all level.
Mm.
Yeah, but I would go and get out instead of doing the extra point. I'd go for 2 and take a lead, just to
Why
spite,
not?
make a statement with it. You know what I mean?
Well,
So you went for 2, bitch. I'm gonna go for 2 too. TWOTO. Yeah, I wish I would have flown that flip there, Paul, but I sent it back.
you didn't order it. What are you talking about?
Good catch.
Yeah, that was a good catch, wasn't it?
Boy, they're playing in Kansas City. It's cold too.
Oh
I
yeah.
don't know what the temperature is.
Oh, it's got to be freezing, isn't it?
Yes,
It's got to be close.
when the offensive team are making the pass, how can they commit a pass interference?
Pushing off.
Yeah.
That's a pass interference right there. See, and they don't call that with everybody else.
Nah.
The offensive man blocked the guy. The offensive man blocked the guy in front of it while the pass was being thrown. That's pass interference on the offense. That happens. Kansas City will do that in a few minutes. They'll do the same thing. They won't call it on them. If you're not calling on everybody, don't call on anybody.
The officials have favorites, I think.
Oh, I guarantee you. But watch, you'll see it right now in the play where the guy comes up and he makes the block like that and opens the lane up. They do that in every play on little short wheel routes like that. And they call it. They don't call it unless it's a team they don't want it to happen to. Because that was happening to the Saints all year. When Kansas City played the Saints, Kansas City did that all day long and they never called it once.
First down.
It's bad enough you got to beat the team. Now you got to beat the officials too.
Close.
No, it's second and 14 right now.
Yeah, that's why we need to mute him.
Oh yeah, he's talking ahead of the game.
It's about a foot short of the first down.
I'd go for it. I wouldn't kick the field goal. I'd go for it. Because you're not going to have many opportunities to keep doing this. And you're running the clock. Just do it. How is that short a first down?
I don't know. He fell over the line.
He was over the line. How is that short a first down? It's where the ball's at.
Okay.
Challenge it. They need to challenge this.
And the first down line was the
first. I guarantee that was the first down. Just watch. He's over the whatever. I can't see what line it is.
It's the thick yellow.
There's no way. I challenge it.
Flag on the play.
And they're gonna call illegal procedure.
Yep.
Illegal motion offense. Ha!
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He was
Yeah.
when he came down, the ball was over that hash mark. And that's when you got to challenge it. He had a first down.
It's only a 5-yard penalty, though.
It's not where his knee was, it's where the ball was.
Yeah, because where the ball is, yeah.
Watch. That's a first down.
I gets it this time.
That's a first down right there.
He gets it
That's a bad
eventually.
call. They put it where the knee was, not where the ball was.
Yeah.
See, that's what I'm saying. That's ridiculous. And they got a replay official looking at it in the booth. He needs to say, no, it's a first down, stop. It's fixed.
Crazy.
First down.
Mm-hmm.
Tomorrow in Fort Dillon, look for snowy weather with a high of 21 degrees Fahrenheit and a low of 7 degrees.
Touchdown. Yes. Sorry.
Hey, Dominic, that crash I had out of that little park, I feel like I'm in good company. Joe Portaleo crashed there too.
Well, Joe, we'll now see what he does.
But Joe Portaleo crashed at the same place that I did on the roof. He crashed on, he didn't hit the roof, he was underneath it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, here's your chance, Joe. Because they got a touchdown.
Well, I didn't see a touchdown yet. Now I see a touchdown. I'm mute. Make me a host.
No, they kicked the
Even both
extra
of y'all.
point.
Oh, bugger.
Yeah, I would not have kicked the extra point. I
Oh,
would have
no,
gone
they're
for the
not.
2.
Oh,
Actually,
no,
no,
that's a touchdown. Yeah, okay.
I think they
Yeah, there you
missed
go.
it.
Yeah, they missed the extra point.
Yeah, they missed it.
There you go. You see, you should listen to me.
He missed an extra point earlier in the game, didn't he?
No.
No, the other ones. No, they've had 2 field goals and a touchdown each.
Gotta go for 2 when
I
you get a
thought he
chance.
shanked one, the first one he tried to kick.
He might have missed a field goal, but
That's what I'm thinking. It was a field goal.
It's all right. They're playing better than the Chiefs. So just keep playing like that.
But it's no good playing better until you put it on the scoreboard.
Perry Ann Hooven. I have no idea who she is.
Perry Ann, hello.
I mean,
Hello,
she's been in a
Been
few
here before.
times.
Hey, Perry Ann's been here before. Yep.
I don't know. It might have been when I wasn't there.
Hmm.
Don't remember.
Well, that's what happens when you get older, Joe.
Mm.
You see what
And
Donald
JD.
said? Donald said at 2:30, I told my wife I was going to the store. She said, wait a minute, I'm going with you. Then 2 hours later, no sign of her moving. Yeah. Shoot, I used to go to the door and say, I'm going to the grocery. I'll be like, just leave.
Yeah, Perry Ann's one of Paul's boat fans.
I kind of remember.
And I think with a name like Hooven, it must be maybe Dutch or
Could be.
Scandinavian descent, one or the other.
Or she married Dutch or
Yeah.
Scandinavian, you know.
Well, Parry is I think that's a Scandinavian name.
Mm.
Now I remember what I was doing with the editing.
What were you doing?
Well, I'm doing it. I got that duck pond. I did, but I remembered I got where it's at, and there you can see it. But I wanted
There
to
you
mention
go.
the fact that it's 2 days before our
Oh, okay. Well,
upcoming ice
that
storm.
answers that question.
She married a Dutchman.
Married a
There,
Dutchie.
there you go. So her maiden name must have been Smith or something like that.
Strangely enough, I have never ever heard of anybody in England called Parry.
Must be really a really old one.
Mm.
Get them all out.
Oh, there's a flag on the play on the kickoff.
Holden on the offensive team. Bring it back.
So Kansas City got the holding.
Yep.
The 1100s. Oh, that's probably when we've been invaded by the Vikings and the French.
And yeah, the Vikings, the Normans, the Goths, the
Yeah.
Visigoths, and the Vandals.
Yeah.
Yeah, what I'm doing, Dominic, is I'm setting this up for the video I do if it does snow like it's supposed to. I'm gonna put on there in 3 days, we're expecting a winter storm and these ponds should be frozen over and the area is snow covered. You know, and I'm gonna mention that it's a rarity in South Louisiana.
Mhm.
And if it happens, expect to see the next video.
Keep an eye out for further news. Watch out for future episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like
So I want to
that.
put that on there because I'm gonna go back and do the
Or
same
as they
basic
say,
fight.
follow me for more recipes.
Yeah.
Back in 5.
I'll be back in a minute. I gotta go do a little spritz. Oh man. This getting old sucks.
Come on, bring it back. Yeah. Ha. 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 Ha.
It really is. I mean, if you're Houston, there's great fit. If you're Houston, you're just over there on the sideline.
No, that's the wrong thing. That they shouldn't make them replay the down. It should be second down.
half shy of the 20, is over the left side, he gets 9. And Fairbairn rock in Hawaii on this cold, blustery night in Kansas City has had a rough go at the end of a really good season for the Texans. Then you think about, his misses, and then with the big return that gave the Chiefs the field goal that you mentioned, Joe, then the penalty on Will Anderson that kept the drive alive where they were able to come away with 3 points as well. So that's a big swing of points. On second down and long, Mahomes can't find anywhere to go with the ball. Slithering around, down he goes. Across the 20, Danielle Hunter there to make the stop. It'll be third down after a gain of 3. You get that kind of time. You're Patrick Mahomes. You're waiting for somebody to free themselves up, and he's looking at Kelsey. Kelsey, he gets situated, and this is not what he typically does. He just stood there and didn't make the move. But generally, he's one of the best. That's how the penalty on Trey Smith, he did an outstanding job of uncovering himself, and that's why Mahomes stays with him as long as he does. Third down at 6. Mahomes, Kelsey, first down plus. It's number 3. He's at a big night. He gets 12 here, and he's up to 84 yards in the game. Well, they show here, and then they pull out. And when you run those types of schemes, and you're trying to get underneath receivers.
Hey, Dominic, you remember things all the time, little
Yeah.
stupid things.
Yeah.
So I was going to say, if and when this happens, and the first thing I think about when I say if and when is the ship, the if and when. It's a tall ship, right? It was
Yeah.
General Patton's. General Patton had this ship commissioned, and he called it the if and when. He said, if I retire, or when I retire, or I think it was if I can't remember. If I retire, what we were doing is something like if and when I retire, I want this ship to be able to sail.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I call it the if and when. And it was here in Louisiana, tall ships NOLA, and I got pictures of it. The if and when.
Interesting name.
Yeah. And the interesting part is he died before he ever got on it.
I used to play darts for a pub called the If Not, Why Not.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
And now they're starting to call calls against him. How is that unnecessary roughness when they're both going to the ground together and they don't hit and they hit each other? He hits each other. How is that unnecessary roughness? He didn't even hit the man.
Mm-hmm.
They were both going down at the same time. That should never be a penalty. But it's Mahomey.
Yeah,
Somebody needs to catch him one time and blindside the crap out of him. Take the penalty, See, that was a harder hit right there. They called that. Yeah, they called another one right before that when the quarterback got hit in the chest. That's a legal hit. Oh, you see what they're doing?
yeah.
They're giving them every advantage to move down the field. Because they want a three-peat. That's what they want, a three-peat. That's intentional grounding. And I got to call it closing up. And I said, if and when it happens, I hope to be right back here to show y'all a rarity in South Louisiana.
Mm.
Sounds good, huh? Sound like I had Gitchy right that with that AI. That's hey, Dominic, that's the correspondent in me.
Yeah.
When I have to write things, sometimes I got to think about what I'm doing.
So Chiefs lead 13-12 at the end of the third quarter. For the second time tonight, Dave, we've seen a flag thrown after a hit on Patrick Mahomes.
I took pictures of this pond back, I think it was 2018. I'm gonna go look. Because they call it the ice. What's that word? A couple. You know, I'm trying to get it out. Acropolis. Ice Acropolis.
Hmm.
That's what they call them. Sound like Biden. Trying to get Ozempic up. Ice Oplicus. That's what they called it that year when it happened. Let me tell you the good thing about this. If it does happen, if we get that moisture, my car needs a car wash, right? What'll happen is all that stuff will hit my car and melt right off the bat. Just that first layer will melt. And then everything will freeze. And then when that comes off, all the dirt goes with it.
Mm.
The cleanest my car was ever in 2018, my Lincoln, was when the ice melted off the car and it went out there looked like somebody waxed it. It took every piece of dirt off that car. So I'm hoping it happens again. I hope we get enough moisture that it's got moisture on that it freezes, and then the ice gets on there and it picks up all that dirt and takes it off. Johnny told me, so you better go wash your car. Because that might be the only thing holding it together. Find this thing. Thought it was 2018. Might be before that. Not 18. Hey, Paul, while
Yeah.
I'm doing those transfers over to that NAS unit,
David.
when I did the 2024, I had, I think it was 28,000 items in 2024 that got transferred over, as opposed to 6,000 items in 2015 pictures.
Really?
So it went from 2015 right at 6,000 items to 28,000 in 2024. That shows you the increase in workload.
Sure.
And I retired in 2016. So figure that one out. All I did was open this up. I gotta look for this picture.
Here's David.
David,
Hey everybody. Thought
are you
I'd pop in for a
done
bit.
playing Fortnite, are you?
Yeah, I'm not as addicted as they are. God, they take it seriously.
Mm.
On
they
YouTube, they
do.
just kicked in.
David,
Hey everybody.
are you done playing
Ron?
Fortnite, are you? You got your
Yeah, I'm not as addicted as they are. Wait, was that not me then?
God, they
thought
take
it
it
was-
seriously.
On YouTube,
They
they just
do.
kicked in.
Oh, it's Ron.
Yeah, it's Ron.
Hey, everybody.
Ron, what's up?
Gonna get it all again.
Ron's having computer problems, so the microphone was on, Ron. I muted you.
Ron's not
Mute
having
YouTube.
computer problems because Ron doesn't have a computer. He bought an Apple thing, and it's not a computer. It's
Oh,
something that
you know,
mimics an Apple.
oh, David doesn't consider Apple products computers.
They're a cheap imitation at an expensive price. If they brought out something that looked like a piece, a proper PC that you could expand and improve and add extras to, I'd dump Windows like a shot.
He's just trying to work it out now.
We all ready for the Lions game?
Yeah.
I'm waiting for that. See, they need to throw a flag on Mahomes because that guy did not touch him and he dove down like to get a flag. They
Yeah.
need to throw a flag on him. They need to call it delay a game. That's what they need to call it. That's all acting. He barely touched him.
That was a dive. Yep.
Yeah, that's what they need to call it, delay a game. They really need to. Because they could call that delay a game. He's a little punk. That's what he is. Hey. Oh, come on. That's all right.
Hey, Brenda. I'm guessing
Hey, Ron, how's it going?
diving's not just in
I'm still
official
learning. this
sports
thing.
then.
I'm hoping that cable that comes in on Tuesday will fix this issue.
What is the issue, Ron?
I can't put the screen to its full resolution. I can't get it to go to its full resolution. It looks
Yeah.
okay, but if I'm going to spend this kind of money on a machine or a monitor, I want quality.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's an Apple limitation. I'm sure there's a limitation on screen size. Let me just do a search. So I'm sure there is.
Yeah. Oh,
It's
trust me.
it's an iMac in it.
I've been talking to a million people about this, and
Mac Mini. Mini 5 Pro, right?
Mini 4.
Yeah, it's a Mini 4 Pro because it sounds
Okay.
like the DJI Mini 4 Pro, not the Apple Mini 4 Pro.
You know what was so disappointing was yesterday talking to Apple tech support. I've had really good support from them until yesterday. It was the worst I've ever seen. Or worst I ever witnessed, rather. But I had this kid on there that I said, dude, I no disrespect, but is this like your first day? He goes, yeah, I'm just off orientation. I said, okay.
I called you guys because you're the experts, supposedly. So can you get somebody with a little more experience? And I wasn't asking them super hard stuff. And so he gets his senior advisor on there. And I did the same
Wasn't
thing.
any better. Yeah.
So I said to her, I said, ma'am, I said, again, no disrespect, but do you got somebody that's from a skill level that is above you? Well, I've been here for 10 years. And I'm like, you know what? When she got snotty with me, and I said, obviously you haven't learned anything in 10 years. So that didn't go over well. No.
Well, you told it like it was, Ron.
I did. You know, I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but holy smokes. Paul, how does the audio sound today? Again, I keep
Great.
It sounds good.
Test speakers switched on.
I think it sounds good. Don't you think it sounds good, Joe?
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
I'm
know
just
you've probably already done this, Ron, but online it says you go to the Apple menu, system settings, click displays on the slide bar, select the display you want to adjust, select the resolution you want to see more resolutions. And then it says if that doesn't work, you should go into
Back it in.
displays and click default display on under display tab and then try again.
yeah. Let's see, I've been there. Displays.
It is a 49-inch, isn't it, that you've got?
What's that?
Your monitor screen, it's the 49-inch, yeah?
Yes.
Is it the text you're having a problem with being overblown?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Shitloads of people are having that issue.
Oh. But from one thing I'm studying and reading and researching, unless you have the proper cable going from, I know I was on, I wish Don was on here today. I forgot to ask him yesterday because I called Apple and I said, hey, I'm talking to a friend of mine, Apple guy, got this adapter. They had no clue what I was talking about. None. So I'm curious as to where Don got that. I did order one that basically what he has, but it's not an Apple adapter. I like the new camera I bought. It was only like $30-$40, but it's a Logitech camera. It's got a wider view.
Right.
This may be not. Pardon me.
Sorry. This may be not what you're looking for, but so many people are having the issue, even with the latest Gen 8K cables.
Yeah.
And they're saying you need the only way they found around it was some soft tools called Better Display.
Better Display?
It was apparently it's a tool. Better Display for scaling, it's called.
Let me. Get up in.
computers. You can't live with them. Can't live without them.
Yep. Here you go, Dominic. This is a picture of the if and when. That's
Oh,
the
no.
if and when. Yeah, that was on Lake Pontchartrain back in 2018. Yeah, I had fun that day. Had some good shots. You know, you'd think it's kind of big, right? Let me do this. I'm gonna go back and show you. You think the ship's kind of big, but I've got another picture of a PT boat from World War II. Let me find it. That was out there from the museum here. Like,
Man, you, Paul, you may have problems with you're muted. You may have problems with computers. Joe, you may have. Ron, you may have, but not as much of a problem as Elon Musk is having.
What is he having?
Oh, he's been telling everybody he's this top gamer and he's top level this, top level that. So some gamers challenged into a game of this computer game, and he just sat there. He was trying to click this grey box, trying to open it. Yeah, and they kept telling him, "You can't open that. You can't open that." Turns out he's been caught out buying these levels, buying people to play his games for him.
Yeah, there you go. That's just you got the money. You don't have to. Yeah, you ain't no trouble.
Exactly.
I respect them for that. Buy your levels.
That's
Here you go.
If he wants to buy me some levels on Fortnite, so I can catch up with them fuckers.
Now, here's one of those tall ships next to a PT boat from the war. It shows
Yeah,
you
we've
how
got
small that ship really is.
Yeah, we've got a couple of those. The tall ships.
Yeah, the cool part about it, you notice all the smoke? As he came in and did his circle, like an orbit around it, they were giving him a salute with their cannons. But that was like 6 o'clock in the morning on Lake Pontchartrain. Had to go way over there to get that.
It's not an interception.
Someone's just been beamed up.
Well, y'all got 10 minutes. Get this game done.
Someone messaged me today claiming to be Amazon customer service. Yeah. They started it off with, "Hello, David. How can we help you?" And I thought, "You ain't Amazon, you lame bastards. You're too polite."
Yeah.
I even got a thumbs up from the Amazon team, the genuine ones.
So I'm thinking TJ comes back tomorrow, right?
The old TJ Ben
He's on a cruise.
on a cruise with the missus.
Yeah. And Captain Ray's on a cruise too. They left the same day. So I'm trying to find out. I was trying to figure out if they were on the same cruise.
They're
Well, you'll
both gone
find
to the
out.
Caribbean, so
They are the same.
They're both- No.
Well, you'll find out if TJ don't come back. He's been thrown overboard.
Well, I'm thinking that he won't, might, I hope he gets back. I hope he didn't bring a drone and got in trouble.
Man overboard.
There's almost 10 minutes left on the clock. Now, I know Tony Fairbairn is missing field goals. You could come that down inside the 5-yard line. What do you think of going for it on 4-10? Just watch this Kansas City team turn up the right. You gotta make it happen. You gotta make the score play to beat these points.
You okay over there?
Let's get back there. The Chiefs lead by 20 points.
Who's playing the game? Because
The audio's coming through.
I think it's Mark.
it's been on all night at the same volume. Nobody said anything.
I've only just
Yeah,
now heard.
I've just noticed it coming through. I was like, who's playing the game? You got to remember, Paul played rugby in the background of my stream, and I got a warning. And I played the hacker on Paul's, and he got a warning. Both within minutes of each other.
No, Paul's not monetized either, so it don't make no difference to him.
Well, it does if he gets his channel chucked off.
Oh,
That's what I got threatened with.
true.
It's like, what the hell? When he played the hacker.
Hooker.
Hacker.
Hooker.
Okay.
Hacker.
Ah,
There's a load of silly men dancing like idiots.
Hmm.
Yeah. New
And the,
Zealand.
and the English guys just stand there and go, nah. Donald Trump to give TikTok a 90-day reprieve from ban. Welcome
Yeah.
back. You only got 90 days
Yeah.
though. Fuck off.
That's only so he can do his what's it on TikTok when he gets inaugurated on Monday.
Yeah. Yeah, so he can do it live.
Ugh. There's only 10 minutes left.
Ski lift fails and sends people flying through the air
Mm.
with video. UK to introduce digital driving licenses.
We've got those over here.
Can I see your driving license? Phone died. Sorry.
You can put and the good thing about that is you can put all the licenses in one spot.
hey Dominic, I'm gonna show you. Let me pull these 3 pictures up.
Hmm.
I'm gonna show you an interesting story how
Hey,
it's
Dan.
a small world. Right?
Yep.
Let me get this other one.
Oh, Trump wants to give it a 90-day reprieve so he can look at the bill and stuff and decide whether it should stay or whether they should just get rid apparently there's too many. It'll affect too many people in America.
Yeah, there has to be some sort of compromise deal reached. 'Cause
Yeah,
I'm not a fan of TikTok, but there's a lot of people that will be affected by it.
yeah. Just
Well,
given
there's
that,
a lot of young people use
Yeah.
TikTok.
It'll wipe out
The-
several million youngsters.
I have a deal. I have a deal ready to go. Right, TikTok just give me 50% of their revenue for 5 years. Right, give
Yeah.
Donald Trump 25% and keep 25% themselves. We'll all be happy.
Yeah.
And after 5 years, we'll still ban them.
No, I think they should place an age limit on TikTok. Anybody under 25 is the only people allowed to download the app.
That worked. It worked for me.
Yeah.
All you
Well,
need
yeah.
to do is build a data center in the US and say to TikTok, you put all the American data on there. Yeah. And if any
Yeah.
of it goes out of the country, you're fucked. It's
Yeah,
an instant
basically.
ban. It's not a ban, it's an instant ban. Yeah. So we
Yeah.
catch you once, bam, you're gone.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
I gotta
As
wait
long
for
as-
Ron to get back. I want him to see this too. Because he'll appreciate this. Show you how small world. Ron, you're gonna appreciate this. I'm gonna show you a picture of this woman at Mardi Gras. And I used to run into her every year at Mardi Gras, right?
Okay.
Okay.
on purpose.
Yeah, on purpose. She walked past me. The one in green, right?
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
1 year. Let me get this. That's another year, right?
Uh-huh.
And that's another year, right?
Yeah.
I'll tell you how it's a small
hello.
world. Okay.
Yeah.
About 10 years later, I'm in the middle of a lawsuit, and my attorney has to step out the office and brings in a second attorney. It was her. She looks at me and she goes, "Where do I know you from?" And I said, "I don't know." And I looked at her and I said, "Because I know you. I definitely know you. I just can't picture it either."
You're the
So we got
pervert.
to talking afterwards, and I said, "I do pictures." She goes, "You shoot Mardi Gras?" I said, "Yeah." She goes, "Well, I used to dress up like this." I said, "Well, that's it."
Interesting.
Small world, huh?
Yeah. If she came in the courtroom dressed like that, you probably would have known.
That just never mind. I better stop.
I know where you're going. I know where you're going.
Yeah, we went on a family holiday once to Mallorca.
Oh, yeah.
I bumped into a guy that was in a lad that was in the same class as me at school on the beach.
Wow.
Well, when we moved down here, when we first moved down here, when we moved to Wickford, I went to get my hair cut and I walked into the hairdressers and the guy went, "Oh my God, as I live and breathe, it's David." And I looked up, it was my old neighbour. He's moved from Preston to down here and opened the barber shop. And then a couple of weeks later, I got on the bus going into Basildon, and this woman went, "I've seen you naked." And I looked at her, I was like, "The fuck are you talking about?" She went, "Yeah, you stripped off as a toddler in the school uniform shop in Preston." I was like, "I can't remember that." She went, "Well, I do, because it was the funniest thing I've ever seen." I was like, "Oh, crap."
Wow.
It was a woman that used to own the school uniform shop in Preston.
Oh, precious, shut up.
Talk about a
I
small
got
world.
a trivia question for y'all.
Mm-hmm.
See if anybody can answer this. Who wrote the song "All I Want for Christmas Is You"?
Mariah Carey.
And
Not really.
Ant to cover. She's doing a
Oh
cover.
yeah, Stevie Wonder.
Ant.
Marilyn Monroe.
He's actually a friend of mine from Mardi Gras.
Okay.
This guy
No, I
right
don't.
here. This guy right here. Check the hair out.
Yeah.
That's Vince Vance, and his group was Vince Vance and the Valiants. He wrote it in
Okay.
1989. Yeah, if you look it up on Vince Vance and the Valiants, 1989, he's a young guy with the hair still like that, and the girl singing it.
Mm.
But he's a fixture in Mardi Gras at a couple parades, and that's one of the guys I look forward to looking for.
Mm. Okay.
Got bad news for you.
What?
What year did you say he wrote it?
I think it was 1989.
It
And don't
was
tell me
wrote-
he didn't write it, because he did.
It was wrote by Walton Affeness
You better
in
look again.
1990, and Mariah Carey did it in 94. It was
It's the same song. He wrote it in 1989.
Yeah, 1989.
So he was
Walton
original.
Affeness or something.
You won't call Vince Vance then.
No, but then again, that could be a stage name.
Yeah, yeah. I think Vince Vance does sound like a
Yeah,
stage
Vince
name.
Vance is the stage. I don't know what his real name is, but I guarantee you, he's the one that wrote it. He wrote it in New York City. He was sitting there on Christmas Eve, and he was sitting there. He had a show in New York City, sitting on Christmas Eve, looking out the window, and wrote it in 20. I think he said he wrote it in 20 minutes. Yeah, I shoot a lot of things. I used to shoot a lot of festivals that he would sing at, and
Although
he's a kick. He's a kick to be around. And that is his hair. When he's out in public and he doesn't have his hair like that, you can't even tell it's him. Because what he does is so far back, he combs it over the top, like Trump,
well, according to this,
Oh, right.
that's who it was. He co-wrote
Well,
it,
you're
and
wrong.
co-produced it
Guarantee
with
you.
a song. This is online.
Guarantee you.
But I
You're
tell
lying.
you what, I like his new hairstyle.
Yeah.
There's hope for you guys yet. Right, where the fucking hell Zoom gone?
Oh no.
Can somebody, when the heck, can somebody stop me sharing it? What the fuck?
I got you.
For
Oh, there it is.
Precious.
It's gone on the other screen.
I got
That's
you.
the problem.
Look at the time.
That's the problem we have in free screens. My Zoom is on the bottom
You forgot
screen.
which screen, yeah.
No, my Zoom's on the bottom screen. Yeah. My main screen is above it. Yeah. But it decides to put it in the far left hand corner of the other freaking screen, and they're all like 30 odd inch.
Mm. Mm.
Yeah, they're actually Mariah Carey and that other guy in a $20 million lawsuit.
Mm.
Oh dear. In a couple of weeks' time, we take on the 29th of January, I think. We take on Blackburn Rovers,
Mhm.
and it's at Ewood Park, their ground, which is literally 10 miles from Deepdale, and it's going to be like a home game. Blackburn have sold 4,500 tickets for the game, and we sold 7,500, and we've asked for more.
That's Chinese New Year.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay, his real name, Vince Vance's real name is Andy Stone.
Oh, okay.
They said he who portrays Vince Vance filed a copyright lawsuit against Mariah Carey, saying she undeserved profits from the song "All I Want for Christmas Is You," which was published 5 years after his. Right, despite sharing the same title, two songs were musically a little different. They're not musically a little different. If you listen to them, they're real close.
No,
I mean, they're not that far off. They just tweaked it a little, right? And he dropped it the same year, but he refiled in November 2023. So he's in a lawsuit with her right now. When she started getting famous again with it, he said, "Okay, you give me the money." You know, he's gonna win it because it's so close.
no.
He don't need the money, I guarantee you.
So how do you know him?
Mardi Gras. Corner Napoleon and St. Charles is a stopping point for that parade. They always get tied up because when the floats get back about where I'm at, they get tied up because the king and the queen are toasting way down the road, and it might sit there for 15 minutes. So I'm out there in the middle of the street shooting pictures, and if I'm by the celebrities, I go over and start talking to them. I go over there, get a couple of pictures, get them to pose for me, do some stuff, and then he started talking. This is years ago. He started talking to me. I reached up, shook his hand, told him who I was, and then every time I got it, he remembered. You know, so it's like I see a lot of them like that through the parades. When Kelly Pickler won, and they had the other guy. Was it Taylor? What was the other guy? Taylor, the male guy, the one that won the thing. But he was there, and he was in a parade. And I told him he was actually on the float, stopped right in the same place. And I walked up to the side and I said, "No, I just took pictures of Kelly a couple of weeks ago. She's a lot prettier than you." And he said, "Yeah, you're right," like that. And he starts talking to me, and my kids are sitting on the house and say, "Dad, take a picture of him." And he said, "That's your kids?" Gets off the float, walks over there, talks to him. And my kids got a kick out of that.
Huh. See, that's because you're famous.
No, I have an opportune moment. I'm just opportune. I take the opportunity when they're out in the middle of the street. I'm not shy, let's put it that way. I ate so much pizza at lunchtime, I don't know if I want to eat anymore tonight.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I had 3 pieces of pizza, jalapenos all over it.
Yep. I've run out. I've got to go to the store and get some more.
Yeah, they sent me a thing from Domino's saying how was our order, how was your order and all of this. And I typed in there, I said, everything was great except the fact that you messed it up. I said I ordered hand toss, and you gave me a pan on one. Like that. They sent me a $5 coupon.
Oh, nice of them.
I'll take it. But I'm kind of glad they gave me the pan. The pan was better than the regular. I'm gonna start getting the pan.
You like the pan?
Well, I did like it this time. It had a little bit different. It's got that, the pan has a more buttery, crusty on the edges.
Buttery flavor.
Yeah, it's got the more butter on it because that's how our pans used to be too. They had that crust. I like that crust on the end. That just like almost a cheese type of crust. See, look, they're making him. You got 15 playoff wins. They're making him like the king. He needs to get blindsided. Little punk. Yeah, that looks like they're gonna go to the next stage, but they're gonna have to play Buffalo. Enjoy it right now.
Only 4 minutes left.
Yeah, that's probably over. Telling you, you could have went for 2 points, would have made a big difference in this game. Because it would have been in the back of their minds, hey, they took the lead. Hey, Ron, I like your wall. I really do.
Yeah, I kind of like it. I'm thinking about putting that same type of paneling up in my bedroom, master bedroom. Believe it or not, that tongue and groove stuff is not cheap.
Well, I know.
Just that wall was probably about $800.
Yeah.
They come out
If
good.
you buy it. Yeah, you buy the real stuff, it's gonna cost you a bunch of money.
Yeah.
You know what the funny thing is? 4 years ago, you'd have been able to do that wall for about $40.
Yeah.
That's how much things have gone up.
You're right. Well, 38.50. First down. They're still moving. They just need a couple of little breaks.
I appreciate you guys letting me hang out with you, but I'm just testing stuff.
It's
Are
okay.
you all right?
Could be worse. We could have sent you to Laura and Justin.
Yeah, we let Justin hang out. You know,
Where's Justin been?
sometimes Tim.
Where's he been? I haven't seen him in a while.
Well,
Fortnite.
he's all hung up on playing games.
That's right. He was
Yeah.
on
The
this morning.
gamers.
Yesterday morning. I test this mic again. Input game master output. Guys, if you don't mind, let me do a quick test on the mic here.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a
Oh, my freaking ears!
Yeah.
I'm joking.
Does this change anything?
No.
No.
Haven't
No.
heard anything different. Hello, Dre.
Great.
I pass. It's got all these damn controls on it, and I'm not sure what half of it does. Blue voice.
Ronnie put in the chat. I bet it was a good line for the ladies. Come and see the song and groove in my bedroom. Well, Dominic, tomorrow night I'm definitely doing a Euro Trucks, and I
Mhm.
promise you, YouTube won't lie to you.
Mhm.
I can't
Yeah,
believe
because
everybody.
as I said, it came up on the notification.
Yeah,
Well, I'm saying.
it even Trevor said it came up as Euro Trucks and Laura, and I'm like, it's Fortnite. I can see it in front of
Cracking
me.
catch.
Trevor.
That's when you know YouTube wants to wind you up.
Mm.
Mind you, YouTube will have to do it more often. I got more views. Nothing about that. Have I gone over the 1,500 yet?
I just noticed looking at this video around the duck ponds, I couldn't find any ducks. I come around the bush, there was a whole bunch of them sitting right there looking at me. So they did have some ducks.
Okay. I'll be back in 5 minutes.
I'm telling you, when you look at your quarterback, man, he is coming through. He's making it happen. Big throw on a drive that they need right here, 3rd and 11. He drops back and puts the touch right there. A field shoulder right in the red basket. Coming down with the catch right here. That is five-time quarterback. And this is just high traffic.
Here's somebody's TV.
Whenever you see two players in the same area like that, that's what they should. They go call quarterback football, and they're running to make the play.
I think it's Marks. Right, I'm gonna go and have a quick game of Fortnite before the game comes on.
Okay. David, I think we're probably just about done here now.
Okay then. Well, you can all just pack it in.
Yeah.
Well, there's only 2 minutes left. Of course, that could take a while.
Yeah. Join us tomorrow for the final minute. That'll be when the Super Bowl's on. I've never known a game. It's 15 minutes each quarter.
Yep.
Right. So it's a
An
1 hour
hour.
game,
Yeah.
and they managed to stretch it out over 7 hours.
Well, this started at 9:30.
Oh yeah,
So-
but they're into the playoffs now, so they start ramping up the adverts and get you all ready and tuned for the big one.
Yeah, 9:30. So it's lasted 3 hours so far.
Well, Detroit's at 1 o'clock our time.
Yep.
So in 40 minutes, is it? Yeah.
Yep. Same time as Uncle Bill starts.
Right. Well, I'll catch you all tomorrow, probably.
Okay. Right, David. Take care.
You too.
Wait, David.
Catch you later, guys.
Hey, David.
Yeah.
Pack it
And
in.
Mark. Yeah. Mark, before I go, catch me up on what we talked about.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I will.
All right. Catch you later.
See y'all.
Pack it in.
You pack it in.
Is it Paul's packing it in?
Somebody's limping off. think they're going for a field goal. Oh, blocked.
That quarterback is limping off.
I'm not sure, but the field goal got blocked.
All righty, guys. We'll catch y'all later.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I think we know who's going to win, Joe.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody. We'll see all of you again tomorrow.
Bye bye.
Bye for now.